I can't believe it, but it's actually 2 years ago to the day that the Starfield rant happened. And I remember doing a 1-year anniversary about this last year. But since then, there's been an expansion for Starfield. So has the game been saved? Of course it hasn't. Nobody's playing it. It's dead. Why? Because it was bought. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. The annual I'm going to be as smug as I like session is back in play as we now have 2 years under our belt since the Starfield rant. It occurred on the 1st of September in early access 2023. Hey, do you know what I love? Hey, Bethesda. Oi, cow, shut your cake hole. Hey, Bethesda, I just want to say something to you. Bethesda, I just want to say something to you, Bethesda. Just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more. Okay, we'll stop it there. I think all of you have seen it multiple times. Hell, the wonderful remix from Perry Chan gets played every Sunday as part of the opening for Afternoon Tea with Az.
As long as the credits keep rolling in, life's good.
Now, the rant actually occurred about 8 hours and 15 minutes into my gameplay. It was the second stream. It wasn't on the character creation screen, which is a popular misconception by the weirdos. However, I had just had enough. Not just of the silliness of the game and how terrible the game was and dull and etc. But we were dealing with Bethesda, a company that claims to create AAA games, a company that has created things like Fallout 3, has created things like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, games which are absolutely beloved by millions upon millions of people. This was the first brand new IP for them in 20 plus years. And more importantly for the studio, this was Todd Howard's baby. This is what he always wanted to do. The space adventure akin to Fallout and the Elder Scrolls. But it had one massive flaw. It was fucking shit.
Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
Can't take much more of this.
Next time, shut your mouth. Whereas the games like the Fallout franchise and the Elder Scrolls franchise were so full of life and excitement and exploration, everything in Starfield was sterile and dull. And don't make me say the B word because it was. In actual fact, I've always said that what makes things like the Fallout franchise and the Elder Scrolls franchise great is the adventure that you have along the way. It's the trouble that you get yourself into when you're going from point A to point B. We got it, Sarah. Let's go. Let's space. Let's do some space. Sorry, gentlemen. I got space to do. See you later, Sarah. You get the other lift. You're not even worthy of being called Space Lydia. I'm just saying, you're not even worthy of being called Space Lydia.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
The fall of Starfield came hard and fast, and yes, that is exactly what she said. When it launched, it hit a top peak of 330,000 players. 330,000 players that saw exactly what the game was, a boring pile of crap. And they fell off just as quickly. Only 3 months after launch, the game was already down to about 19,500 players on average. And today, it can only get an average of around about 7,000 people. To put this into perspective, there are currently 21,600 people playing Skyrim Special Edition with an average 24-hour peak of around about 28,000. And that's because Skyrim, even though it's nearly a 14-year-old game, is supported by the modding community, which Starfield isn't. Because the modding community don't want to touch it with a barge pole. Because modders are there to enhance games, ultimately. They're not there to fix your shit. Oh, speak to Space Karen.
Yes, what?
Space Karen the third. Oh,
Captain?
Look, there's another Space Karen.
Deputy told me what went down.
All right, dude, calm down.
Impressive work.
Calm down, dude. On the 30th of September, 2024, literally a couple of days before the 1-year anniversary of the game, Shattered Space, the first DLC for Starfield, released, and it was an absolute disaster, scoring only 5 with its user base on Metacritic. Only 167 people could even be bothered to review it. And as for getting people to return to the game itself, well, you can see that it barely made a bump, only peaking at 21,792 before once again just dipping back into oblivion. That was a Bethesda joke. I'm your guy.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know
I'm
the
not
whole
good at
story.
commitment, I'm just saying.
Percival and I, we're not just researchers.
You gay lovers.
We were military scientists. Ran a division of the UC together that deployed.
Todd Howard has said in interviews that they're looking to release annual expansions, paid of course, for Starfield. Oh, just with none coming out this year and potentially the next one coming out in 2026. Maybe that'll coincide with the release of the game finally on the PlayStation 5, as Microsoft once again, who own Bethesda of course, cut their nose off to spite their face, not allowing the game to get any audience on the PlayStation side. So by the time it does finally come out, will it be far too little too late? Well, most likely, yes. Yeah. I don't want to fucking let me think about it.
So be it. But I would ask you don't take too long.
No, I don't care.
The fate of the settled systems may
What are your
rest
pronouns?
on
Tell me your
decision.
pronouns, you stupid cow.
Cabinet's full backing to prevent more attacks.
Tell me your pronouns. Did you vote blue? You're wearing blue. You're blue. Fucking freaks. Fucking freaks everywhere. Oh, so I've got to say yes.
Have you
Okay.
reconsidered?
Yeah, well, I've got
We
no
can help
choice.
the UC gain access
You got a
to the
blue blob
Armistice
above your head.
archives.
The only thing I can do is go,
You
yes,
could be a
ma'am.
UC citizen tomorrow if you get the job done.
Oh, whatever. Fucking whatever.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, whatever.
Now, we of course won't be sending you in without
Look, I
the
promise not to
proper
misgender
support.
anyone, okay?
Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar
Well, I don't
Affairs
actually. I take that back.
will
I'm going to
be your
misgender
guide on gaining
everyone.
access
Words
to
of
the
violence.
archives.
I'll use
You should
words
be able to
instead of
find her in
guns.
our
How about
office
that?
across the hall.
There's a myriad of different reasons why Starfield failed. There are some great videos out there that give their perspectives as to why. But ultimately, when you reduce it down to its base elements, Starfield failed miserably because it was boring shit. This should have been Todd Howard's opus magnus, and it actually has turned out to be the greatest failure of his career. The game will have no other legacy than some bald, fat British guy mouthing off because he's sick and tired of AAA game studios trying to emperor clothes audiences into purchasing things which are half-assed, slack, lazy, non-intuitive, non-imaginative, and dull as dishwater. Particularly when predecessors from these companies years gone by have created such stellar content. It simply is not good enough, and it was never good enough from launch, and it will never be good enough. I can tell you that for a fact right now. I'll see you in the next video. You take care. Bye for now.